A person who recites salawat destroys that ego inside of themselves. But thirdly, and again it's important, when a person recites salawat, what happens to them? Their sins become wiped away. Those sins that lead to a causal effect. Meaning what? Some people come and they say, look, we can't wake up for Fajr. Why? Your sins. Some people come forward and they say, we miss Salatul Layl. Why? Your sins. Sometimes tawfiq of doing good is gone. Tawfiq of ziyarah is taken away from us. The light is diminished inside of you. Why is all of that? Because of your sins. What is the fastest thing to purify your sins from negativity to change it into positivity? Salawat. That's the best thing. Human beings need to remember this. Look, let me explain to you in another way. And this story again is important. Other way is this. There was a big arif in the time of Ayatollah Burujurdi. I used to study with him as well. This is going back to the 60s, 50s, 60s, early 60s. Ali Masumi Hamadani. Ali Masumi Hamadani says, and those people who are from Hamadan, they'll know, great arif, great mystic, his stories are very famous. He says, I used to hold majalis in my house of Sayyid al-Shuhada. He says, one day, when I held a majlis one evening, a young man walks into the majlis and I could smell his scent. I knew straight away, this is not from this world, this is malakuti. It's not from this world. But of course I couldn't go directly and ask him in the middle of the majlis. So I waited. I waited until the end. And I said to him, please stay. When everybody went, I said to him, where did you get that fragrance from? He said, I'm not wearing any fragrance. He says, I know. What did you do that Allah has bestowed upon you this? He says, one night I went to sleep. In my sleep I saw Rasulullah. I was sitting there with a couple of people and Rasulullah said, who recites the most salawat on me daily? He goes, the one thing I do is in the day I do a lot of salawats. But I was expecting somebody else to stand up, so I remained quiet. Nobody stood up. Again he says, Rasulullah says, who recites the most salawat on me? He says, again I remained quiet. I didn't say anything. The third time, I looked up to Rasulullah and says, Ya Rasulullah, why don't you tell us who recites the most salawat? He says, get up. When I got up, Rasulullah hugged me. That hug was so powerful, a fragrance came into me. Since that day onwards, I have a fragrance which is malakuti on my body. Why? Power of salawat. Salawat is that thing which is the greatest dhikr. Tahleel on one side, the takbir that you recite, the tahleel that you recite, all of those dhikrs, tasbihat, arba that you recite on one side. Salawat is bigger than that. Why? Because it has tahleel in it, it has takbir in it, has the wilayat of Rasulullah in it, and it has the ishq of Muhammad and ala Muhammad in it. Salawat is the most powerful thing, and this is why one of the fadila, one of the qualities of salawat is this, that it increases your life. If you want to know how to live to 100, become Daim of dhikr, as much salawat as you can, firstly. Secondly is this, a person who recites salawat, Rasulullah himself will come to them on their deathbed. Thirdly, whenever you have a problem, and this as from me to you, giving you hadiyah, what Ayatollah Bahjat would say, if ever somebody has a huge problem, make a niyyah, nadhr, I will recite 10,000 salawats, you see Allah will come and protect you, save you, help you. I know people who are on their deathbed, but because of 10,000 salawats, Allah cured them. I understand that there's only one or two of you.